Oh shit, I need music again. As usual. I don't think that works. Yes, what are you doing, Windows? Okay, now I can turn music back on. Awesome. Okay, now we check. Looking good. Looking good. We are about ready to start. So while people are still arriving, may as well do a little bit of event to pass the time. Just this team already has 520%. Oh my god. That's insane. Okay, so it's both Madokas, Homura, Kokoro, and Masada. Oh, you got Masakoko? You know what? I'm gonna increase my bitrate because YouTube keeps shouting at me that bitrate is too low. I don't like that. Increase it just a tiny bit more. Just another 1,000. Awesome. That works. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit for everyone to arrive. Why? Let's say like 5 minutes. We've got like 5 minutes left in us before it's about to be tower time. Good. Okay, that works. Okay. So this is a team that we can actually use in the future on both Archive and on the first event that is like lasting forever for some reason, because we also have the bonuses for that event rolled into this as well. So in the future we won't need to have 2 separate teams for that. I actually have space to have more than one team. Just received the alert now. Hi, welcome to a stream, Laid Back Dog. Don't worry, this is the exact reason why usually when I start the stream, I don't immediately start the stream immediately. I like wait a few minutes, usually somewhere around 5 minutes. I think most streamers do that, where if you start the stream, you just wait like 5 to 10 minutes. Because it takes a while for people to actually receive the notification. So in the meantime, we're just doing a little bit of the event, which has insane bonuses for some reason. Like, look at these bonuses. You get like 300% for each of these. So this team gets like 920% bonus. Absolutely ridiculous stuff. You're gonna be done with the shop in like 3 days. Insane. There's not really much going on with events as usual. It's probably for the better. Masakoka in the home event. They knew what they were doing, absolutely. And Homura even got 2 Madokas, amazing. Okay, last battle. After this we are going to dive into the tower. Okay. Just from those first 5 battles, we already have like 7,000. Usually you get like 1,000 from this. Absolutely insane shit. By the way, they wrote Magical Girl Pal because it would have been too on the nose, too obvious if they just wrote Magical Girl Friend. Okay, now we have the portraits as well. Just a quick few adjustments so I don't forget to do this later. Yeah, now we can put the bonuses. Perfect. And of course, I want those 20 gems. These are 66 keys, all 10 4-stars and higher keys, and 2 5-star keys. You got Kaede, Mami, Shield Girl, you mean Sana, Homura, and just got a favorite Ryu girl. Oh, Ren. You're lucky, mate. I wish I was able to get more Rens, but it's just not happening for some reason. Still only A1, even though she's really, really good at A2. Oh, and insanely busted at A4. Like A4 then is like insane. But who knows, maybe we're gonna get her right now. Oh wait, that's just this one. Yeah, I don't need this one. We don't have keys or anything for the other ones. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, tower time. This is where the real stream begins. Well, I say that, but the first like 20 or so battles are gonna be kinda easy, kinda simple. The first 20 battles of this are gonna be just watching auto battle for a bit. But the thing is, tower is supposed to be for everyone. Every single player out there is supposed to be able to make a decent amount of progress into the tower, but that just means that if you've done tower before and you were already able to get really far, and the next time you go in, like right now, the first few floors, it is not going to be any trouble at all. Kind of makes a huge difference. Yeah, she's kind of busted. At least when you, like, in fights where you need a healer or where you need to get rid of status ailments, kind of busted. Now with the clearing of tower, that reminds me of something that Hoyo games do, where they also have a piece of content that refreshes like every 3 or so weeks, that give you some great rewards that you really want. So you're always looking forward to when it refreshes every 3 or so weeks. But what they do in the Hoyo games is, in all 3 of those games, in none of those games that was a feature at release. It was only patched in later in all 3 of these games, where they basically patched in a feature where when it refreshes, it then looks at how many stages did you beat last time, and then it gives you like a whole bunch of stages in completion immediately. Let's say, for example, I beat level 30 of tower, and the next time, like the next week I do this, it might say something like, okay, since you've already beaten over 20 stages, you're just going to automatically clear the first like 15 or so. Like they're already going to be counting as cleared, and you're going to immediately get all the rewards from those stages. Something like that. But they didn't do that in Exedra yet. They may do that in the future. But right now, that's not a feature. I really wish they would do a feature like that, because, like I said, the first few stages of tower, when you've already progressed really far into it, are not even in the slightest any amount of challenge at all. So it's gonna take probably about until like 32, 33 maybe, until we have to actually play manually, because that's about when it actually gets difficult. At least that's when it got difficult last time. We may have to swap some characters around too. Stuck on top 31, huh? I also didn't get Kirika A4. My Kirika is still A3. If she was A4, I would be able to very easily get to like 35 on auto battle, because defenders on A4 are kind of busted, like insanely busted. Because defender on A4 gives everyone in the team 20% defense, which means that not only do they take 20% less damage, that means that 20% their barriers on them are 20% more powerful. But on top of that, because the shields also directly scale with defense, the barrier is another 20% powerful. So barriers are like 50% or something more powerful in total. It's like insane. So yeah, A4 defender is kind of busted. And bam. Okay, that's 10. By the way, how are you all doing on this nice little Friday? I know a lot of people are probably not watching the stream right now because the new Zenless Zone Zero update just released, and I've already played a bunch. And as soon as the stream is over, I'm gonna go right back to it. But I had to stream Tower. Like, Tower is like, it only happens once every few weeks. We gotta get in there. We gotta take a look at it. We gotta beat it. And I basically want to stream Exedra as much as I can, because I like streaming it. But there's not really much to do outside of Tower and, you know, new content releases, like when new main story releases, when new score attack releases, new chaos mode, stuff like that. Which just reminds me, we can actually do one of the chaos mode bosses today. So one of those bosses we're gonna do today, because I'm pretty certain we can do one of them now. That's gonna be fun. I can tell that people generally are not that interested, I would say, in tower, because I haven't seen many people actually talk about this specific tower. I know which boss is going to be at 40. That's about all I know about this tower, because like I said, people haven't really talked much about it. People are treating tower with already with a sort of been there, done that kind of attitude, which I understand. Because you've basically done like 90% of it from last time it was live anyway. But the last 10%, that's like new, that's some good stuff. Gonna save all my keys until home like last one. I'm scared because keys get taken from you in 90 days, correct? I don't think it's 90 days. But they do get taken from you at some point, yeah. You should just check in your inventory, like if you go to your main menu from the home menu, there should be like an inventory button in the menu. And you can click on a key and it tells you when it expires. Soleika. Oh. I think it's Albertine after this, I'm not actually sure. Is it Albertine? No, I think Albertine might be 25, so I think there's another boss after this. Between this and Albertine. Gonna react to the event today. Todd Howard? What, is there a Todd Howard event? No, I'm not gonna react to any gaming events because I'm not like a big enough of a streamer where it kind of makes sense to like get the gang together to watch and react to a big event like that. So I'm not gonna do stuff like that. Maybe if I get bigger at some point, who knows? But right now I don't think there's much point to it. I don't have much to react anyway, because I'm not the kind of person who like pops off really hard when a like, big announcement comes in. So I don't think I would be that interesting to watch. Although I'm really good at figuring out when it's like an old game that's being revived or remastered on like frame 1. Frame 1, I see just a little pixel in the corner. I'm like, that's a remake of that old game from the NES console or whatever. Like, I know all of that shit. I'm the one who gets everything the fastest. But that's about all I have to add to like reacting to gaming events. By the way, as far as gaming events go, everyone pretty much knows that at the end of the year, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is going to win every single award ever. They're gonna make new awards just to give more awards to that game. Like, how many awards do they give? They give like 30 awards in that show. Clair Obscur is not gonna win 30 awards, they're gonna win 33 awards. They're gonna absolutely sweep everything harder than any game has ever swept. Taxi Master surprised me? Yeah. That was a good one. I wouldn't say that I'm entirely surprised by it, because Square Enix kind of by now has realized that they don't really know what to do with the Final Fantasy franchise. Like, Final Fantasy 16 was a good game, but it wasn't a good RPG. Like, they don't really know how to make good RPGs anymore, which is kind of weird. Like, you would think Square Enix of all companies would know how to make an RPG, but they kind of forgot how to make a good RPG. So they're just now falling back onto older games, because you can just re-release games in your library that already are good RPGs. So then you don't have to figure out how to make better RPGs. So we're edging closer towards, I think it's 20, which is Elsa Maria. Hello, sweet cookie, how's it going? We're currently climbing the tower. All you want is Vandal Hearts remake. Ooh, ooh. We should just remake everything. Like everything that doesn't run on modern hardware anymore, just remake it and remaster it, just so it runs again on modern hardware.
続けていくわ。
Bam.
続けていくわ。逃がさない。
90,000 exactly.
褒めてくれるかな。
Damn. Stuck on tower 30. Oh, someone else earlier said they were stuck on 31. That seems to be about the danger area, I would say.
一気に行くわよ。避けられないわ
Like
よ。
around 30. Like that's around 30 is where it like really kicks in and really turns the difficulty from battle mode to nightmare mode. And even like above nightmare mode even.
避けられないわよ。よく狙って。続けていくわ。続けていくわ。
One more copy of Formula for A4 makes a huge difference. Yeah, specifically with attackers. Actually, I wouldn't say specifically with attackers A4 is a big difference, but if you only have like one good attacker in your team that you're using for basically every single piece of content out there, then A4 is kind of important for the account. But once you have a good spread of characters, like a spread of attackers of every single element, having like one attacker have like one A4 or like a really good magic levels or anything like that is not really that important anymore, because hitting weak element does a lot of heavy lifting for an attacker. But of course, if you can't guarantee that you're hitting weak element all the time because you just don't have a good spread of characters, then something like A4 is kind of important to make difficult content easy.
逃がさない。行くわ。オリコ、褒めてくれるかな。
Okay, 22. We're not that far from where it actually gets a little difficult. But I think that auto battle is still going to carry us probably around 32 or something. And they will probably either have to swap characters around or just do it manually.
逃がさない。避けられないわよ。よく狙って。
The enemies are starting to like actually survive a turn. I think revealed what the late June Kyoku is gonna be. Nope. I have a really good idea that is like almost 100%. I wouldn't say almost 100%, but it's like really high chance, like extremely high chance. I know which character it is specifically, but I'm not gonna say it because it's based on information that shouldn't exist. To be fair, I kind of want every character though. Like it doesn't actually matter which specific character is next, because I want basically all of them, especially if they're good. If they release a character that's kind of really bad in gameplay, and it's not a character that I'm like really big about. Like I say, for example, they release Yukika, and Yukika isn't that good in gameplay. Okay, I'm gonna skip that maybe. But there are a lot of characters who I'm gonna roll regardless, no matter if they're good or not. And there's also a bunch of characters where if they're good in gameplay, I'm gonna roll for them regardless either. So it kind of takes a lot for me to not roll for a character. I need Mitama. She's definitely gonna be all the way at the top of the list of characters that I really, really want. And I'm gonna roll for regardless, even if they're not good in gameplay at all. But they probably, like, Mitama probably will be really good. Alina as well is on top of that list is also gonna be pretty good in gameplay. Would be my guess. Okay, 25. We're reaching the end of the really trivial parts.
気を引き締めないと避けられないわよ。よく狙って。
速攻で型をつけよう。
But this fight's gonna take quite a bit longer than usual because not just because it's high level, but also because it's not weak to light or dark, or even void. So we don't break it as fast and we don't do as much damage.
ここで決めるわよ。逃がさない。避けられないわよ。
Well, our battle is still gonna be having a rather easy time with this.
行きます。お願い。
What?
行くわ。
逃げられない。
Okay, almost there.
ここで決めるわよ。逃がさない。それ。よく狙って。続けていくわ。いや、私だって。お願い。
Okay, so this one's also done basically.
行きます。続けていくわ。
Now it's over.
行くわ。もう一人前って言えるかな。
Okay, now we're actually in the nightmare territory, but we still have got like 10 more stages until we actually get to the new content for this release cycle.
よく狙って。
速攻で型をつけよう。
私だって。
By the way, let me make something out.
逃がさない。避けられないわよ。
When is Summer Games Fest?
よく狙って。
It's today.
逃がさない。
It starts in like an hour, maybe?
まだ。ここで決めるわよ。ティロー。フィナーレ。
I didn't even look at the actual timing for this. Oh, it's not in an hour at all. It's, oh my god, it takes a few hours. Yeah, no, we're definitely not gonna. I'm gonna watch it later, but I'm not gonna worry about this right now. We're fine. We're much more important than the Summer Game Fest anyway. The Rito Summer Game Fest, dude. Jeff Keighley is never gonna live that down.
逃がさない。行くわ。
At least the events that Jeff Keighley puts on, like Summer Games Fest and the Game Awards, are at least shows that actually care about gaming and aren't just a fucking corporate vehicle for peddling AAA game sales. In fact, Jeff Keighley is like somewhat openly hostile towards AAA, but not so hostile that he would lose his connection. Like, he's trying really hard to kick AAA as hard as he can without looking like he's kicking AAA. He's always like underhanded jabs because he doesn't want to lose his like sponsors. He still wants to be sponsored and work in tandem with AAA gaming companies, but he still wants to kick them while they're down.
褒めてくれるかな。
And like every single time he pushes it a little further. Like I think it was the last Game Awards where he basically started the entire Game Awards by saying like, hey, did you know that almost all of the top 10 most sold games this year were not AAA games? And then he said like, well, if AAA game companies just don't treat their developers right, they're just gonna fuck off and then make better games that sell better. And he basically said that straight into the camera while looking at the AAA companies, and then said like, ah, but I'm such good friends with the AAA game companies, please still work with me. How is it going? Hey, Pepero. It's going great. How's it going for you, my guy, girl? I don't know. We're still on our way up the tower where we're about to reach the actual difficult part. Because right now we're still in the rather easy part, I'd say.
ていくわ。行くわ。ここで決めるわよ。続けていくわ。
逃げられない。
逃がさない。
So I think I mentioned this earlier, but since I don't have Kritika A4, we're gonna have to actually start doing auto battle after like probably 31 or 32. Like not do auto battle anymore at that point. I mean, I would have taken Sana A4 as well, either as well, but I just need generally a 5-star defender that's A4. And no, I don't even have Psycho, like at all.
一人前って言えるかな。一気に行くわよ。避けられないわよ。
So what is this, like 34 or something? I wasn't looking actually.
速攻で型をつけよう。
私だって。逃がさない。避けられないわよ。
Like I actually, by the way, I made sure to have some music lined up in case we're gonna have copyrighted music, but Tower doesn't have copyrighted music, so we're actually just fine. Like I don't need to do anything weird. But in case you wanna hear it anyway, this is the music that I would have had lined up in case we actually needed it. I don't know, I just picked a random theme that I saw. I didn't actually put any thought into this. But we do have music, so...
お願い。続けていくわ。行くわ。続けていくわ。ここで決めるわよ。
逃げられない。
避けられないわよ。逃がさない。
They're broken for so long that there's really not anything they can do to not immediately die, but... It sucks to be them.
私だって。続けていくわ。お願い。行くわ。逃がさない。
Okay, are we at Octavia yet?
お茶にしましょう。
No, there's one more before Octavia. Yeah. I think it's also a reason why horror games don't have like their piece of content that also refreshes like every 3 weeks or so only has like somewhere between 7 to 12 nodes, and not like 40. This is taking a while. Like they better implement something where you can skip like the first 20 or so. Like let's say for example every 20 is like a checkpoint. So if you've beaten let's say 20, then next week you can just skip up to 20. Even if you've gotten up to 35, you can at least skip the first 20. And then when you've gotten to 40, that's another checkpoint. So next week, when you like get like the new tower update, then instead of having to skip to 20, you can now skip to 40. So like every 20 there's a checkpoint. Something like that would be nice. Or they could just have it once every 10. I mean 10 would probably be better than 20. Okay, we're about breaking them. Today's gonna be such an incredible day after this. Right now as well, but also after this. Because I'm gonna play the new Xenosaga Zero update, which fucking incredible actually. One of the best updates any horror game's ever done. But on top of that, we also got the Summer Game Fest that I'm gonna watch. And now I'm just gonna relax and chill. And not have to worry about anything, like how work today was kind of shit. Because my superior basically realized that the work that has been given me wasn't actually planned out at all, which is something that happens all the time, by the way. Like, not just generally, but specifically at my company, it happens quite often that I'm given work to work on a specific feature for our software that we're developing, and then sometime like halfway through me working on that feature, some higher up comes along and says, maybe we don't need the feature, or maybe we don't need it this way, maybe we need like a different thing. And I go like, whatever you say, boss. I don't care if all of my work just gets thrown away all the time because we just didn't actually plan out what we're doing, but you know, shit happens. Or we get a feature that is like done and I think works really well, and other people who work with me also say it works really well. And then a higher up still says, yeah, but I talked to other people in the industry and they said that maybe this is not like in the trend right now. And because it's not in the trend right now, we're just not going to do it. So we're going to throw it out again. Whatever you say, boss. Whatever you say, boss. Shouldn't I need a ailment for this? Maybe we don't need an ailment for this. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, we might have to swap to someone who actually uses an ailment for this one. I think last time I did this, I had Ren in here. Who knows? Actually, it might be fine anyway, because look at how much break damage we're doing. Holy shit. You know what? I'm gonna swap Mabayu in later in this tower. Specifically, if it's like level 40 boss is weak to light, we're 100% swapping Mabayu in. Bonk bonk. I like that bonky clunk sound effect. Oh no, damage taken down. We don't care, we're busting anyway. Like, we should be fine just bursting the boss down, even with that debuff. What kind of software do you program? I work in, for specifically desktop applications. I program in C++. Other people in my team are working with Qt specifically. I don't do that, I work just specifically with the core, which doesn't care about Qt. But yeah, I do C++ desktop applications. I can't say which specifically though. Why am I doing this manually? We're so good. We're gonna have triple turn here, by the way, because we got our A4 turn. This is our normal turn. And then we have this turn from the special. I could have actually used another thing there. But yeah. We don't really care too much that the boss has like a damage taken down buff. We still just smash really hard. Bring what did I say specifically? Yeah, I work at the in the core, so basically the inner machinations on how the software actually runs internally, which means a lot of C++ bullshittery. It's not really like the one thing that I do. I just make sure that the thing functions. Yeah, I didn't need to go manual for this. The boss is broken for so goddamn long, and we're extremely fucking fast that boss can't really do anything. Damage just go brrr. Okay, but these enemies are actually kind of difficult. However, we do have light and dark units, so we're actually fine against these from an element perspective. Was I using more the last time I did tower? I don't even remember. I think I did. Somehow I don't remember.
速攻で型をつけよ
Yeah, I don't know what we did last week, but maybe this is just easier than last week, just generally? Like, does anyone know if maybe they reduced the power level of enemies of, like, the last time's tower? Because it's possible that when they go from one tower to the next tower, they're saying, hey, everything up to the newest content has been made easier, so that people have an easier time climbing up, because we want people to make more progress than they did last time. And one way of making sure that people can make more progress than last time, even with the same characters, is to just make all the content easier, apart from, of course, the newest levels. Because this feels easier than last time, and I don't think my team improved by that much. I mean, yeah, it improved by not dramatically. So, I don't know. I don't think they made it easier. 29 is still hard for me. Huh. Maybe that's just me then. It really feels easier. Although they do hurt really hard still. Like, that was a lot of damage. Yeah, they definitely deal the same amount of damage. Just got a program a few days ago. I got learned assembly, JavaScript, and C++ in college, but they teach a very surface level. Yeah, they don't really teach you shit in university and college in terms of programming, because programmers are just sort of expected to teach all the shit themselves. Like, you're supposed to just teach yourself how to program. University is not gonna teach you shit. Mommy A1 need A2 for speed buff. Oh yeah, that's a huge power spike if you can get there. Also, Akron, you're gonna hate JavaScript specifically. JavaScript is one of the worst programming languages that has ever existed, and for some reason we keep using it. And everyone kinda hates that. I'm gonna do manual now, by the way, because I think we're taking too much damage for auto battle. The problem is auto battle uses so many skill points that the characters that really need to use their skill might sometimes not be able to use it, and that could lead to bad stuff happening. No, don't do that yet. Now do it, because now I get another follow-up attack. Yeah, Autobot also doesn't space out attacks properly to get more follow-up attacks from Homu. I can't break that. Not immediately, at least. I to learn C# and Python for gaming. That's good. Specifically C#. That's for MATLAB control system. Very different subject. I want to learn both. Yeah, that's great. Specifically when it comes to programming, you basically want to learn as much as you can, because no matter what way the industry shifts, like right now a lot of people are doing AI stuff, and with AI you might want to do stuff like Python. Like Python might be used in AI, or C might also be used if you need it to be as performance oriented as possible, right? But let's say the industry shifts. Let's say Unity becomes good again, which probably is not going to happen because Unity is fucked. But let's say Unity becomes good again somehow. Then C# is suddenly important. Let's say web development. If you want to do something with web development, which you shouldn't, because web development is the worst thing you could possibly do for like your own mental state. Web development makes you want to kick children off cliffs. Like, web development sucks, but if you know JavaScript, you can just do that. So if the more different types of programming you are good at, then it doesn't matter at some point what the industry does. We'll just always have a spot. Fuck AI though.
私が相手を逃がさない。
AI right now, by the way, is purely a bubble.
行くわ。
There's still not that many good ways of how AI is being used. Like there are some ways AI is being used to actually help people and not just grift, but it's only like a handful, a very few ways that AI is actually being used for the betterment. Like let's say 5%. The other 95% is just companies telling you that AI is really important, not because they believe it, but because the investors believe it. It's basically a money glitch to get more money from investors. So if you just say as a company, we're doing AI and we have a very big marketing push with AI, and you hold press conferences and marketing opportunities where you say, oh, look at how much AI we're using. If you do that, investors are going to just come to your house and say, here's $1 billion, go make AI stuff. But you know what that is, right? I look further away though. Thanks, Minder. You look even more fertile though. But you know what they call it, right? If you have an infinite money glitch from the investors, where you just do some random shit, you just say stuff to investors like, we're doing crypto, we're doing blockchain, we're doing NFT, and then investors give you billions of dollars. That kind of infinite money glitch is, to put it differently, or to just call it by a different word, a bubble. It's just a bubble, and it's gonna bust at some point, because once investors don't wanna put more money down, once investors decide that maybe it's not actually that worth investing more into AI, once investors pull their funding, AI is just gonna bust like that immediately. Bam, it's gonna explode. And then every company is gonna be like, ah, whatever. You know, we didn't really believe in AI anyway because we have our new buzzword, and then it's gonna move on to the next thing. But at least the other 5%, the other 5% of AI that actually kind of makes sense is gonna stick around. And then we can research more into that type of technology. Like that last 5% is going to stick around. It's going to keep getting funding, like a little bit of funding here and there. Researchers are going to keep researching, and then maybe we can actually get better uses out of AI. But the actual push of like big companies like Meta and like Microsoft, Apple, like all these big companies right now, it's just a bubble to them. It's just a bubble. We're just gonna get a bunch of $1 million from grifting their investors, and then when the bubble pops, they're just gonna move on to the next thing. That's basically it. Yeah, they don't believe it. They just profit. AI performance also tied to electronics performance improving, which is my field. Ooh, good luck to that, by the way. Yeah, and people don't invest into it. Yeah. AI people don't really give a shit about like actually making better AI, and that's the thing. AI companies don't give a shit about actually improving on what AI does. They just want to make money and then make sure that they make as much money as possible before the bubble bursts, because they know that once the bubble bursts, they're not going to be able to get any more money out of it. So quickly grab as much as you can until the bubble bursts, and then get the fuck out. That's basically it. But in order to make as much money as possible, they really have to make their investors believe that AI is really important. Because the investors, they're kind of stupid as fuck, but they're not so stupid that they would just blindly fall for an infinite money glitch. You still have to make it believable to them that AI is actually important. So you have to lie as confidently as you can. Put 110% of your confidence into lying straight into everyone's faces so that as many investors as possible believe you. You literally do gacha game logic, yeah? I will. So what would the other switch do again? I think we just... Oh yeah, I think we just kill ads. Like really hard. Let's kill as many ads as you can. Having an A5 attacker is kind of... It's kind of unfair, isn't it? Like the enemies can't really do anything, they just die. And they're just kind of fucked without any recompense. That wasn't even necessary. That was just BM. That was just straight up BM. Ow. Nice. You get so much fucking MP with Kirika and Mami on the field. Holy shit. That bar just jumps the fuck up. We don't need a shield. We're actually fine. We're actually so fucking fine because the boss is gonna take like 10 hours to get another attack out. Bonus turn. Okay, I'm gonna look at the next stage after this to see if it's light, weak, and then it's Bayou time. I might even do something absolutely absurd, but we'll see just how absurd I'm gonna do it. I might actually do something that's kind of unhinged after this battle, if the next one is light weak. If not, then we might not do something unhinged. But I hope it's light weak after this. This was so as fuck. Welcome to Stream Runs. How many stages in total? Today we have 40 stages. So the first week was 30, then we had 35, and now it's 40. And the next time this releases, again, which I think is going to be in another 3 weeks, seems to be up every 3 weeks so far. It's going to be 45, I would guess. We're still not done. More turns, more turns. Okay, now we're gonna actually let the boss get a turn now. Can we break the boss? Because that would cancel the boss's second turn. Yeah, fuck the boss still has a turn lined up, as you can see. But because we break after the first boss turn, first boss attack, but before the second one, it actually cancels the second one. And now the boss had the maximum amount of pushback. And now we just win. I kinda want the shield for the MP bonus. Is that max? Nope. Right now we're at 35, by the way. Which last week was actually a little difficult. But this time isn't. Is that actually really easy? Okay, this one is maximum now? Yes. Which means bonus turns, which means we're gonna get another skill point. Oh boy. Look at the time. It's murder time. Bong. Well done. Okay, these are now the actual 5 new stages. Let's see what it is. That's the one. Okay, we're doing something unhinged. Do you want to know what I mean with unhinged? What if we just don't have... What if we just don't... what if we just don't have a defender? Or a sustain or anything like that? What if we just go full ham? Full ham. I don't have enough characters for this, I think. Business chance. Okay. This may be a bit overcooked, okay? I'm gonna be completely 100% honest. I think this is overcooked. But we gotta try. We gotta see if it actually is overcooked. Because who knows? Maybe it isn't. Maybe it is. Who knows? It's maybe the hardest I've ever overcooked something. But let's see. Because I have an idea. Because this is specifically why I wanted it to be light weak. And it's not because of Mabayu. Like, Mabayu is light type, sure. That's not why I was asking if it was light weak. You'll see why in a second. This may be a little overcooked. Let's just see. Bayu time. Buffer meta. Let's see what happens. Okay, Bayu time. Okay, that was me, sorry. Okay, we just get hit once. Wrong target. Okay, we gotta hit a second time. That is not nice, but not that bad. Okay, hit Madoka again. Nope, that's not that. Dude, that's the wrong character. Okay. Yeah, I think this is easy. Another break, another follow-up. I mean, okay, another follow-up. Maybe I didn't overcook at all. Maybe we didn't overcook even a little. Yeah, I shouldn't do the ult yet because she's already at 0. Like, Homo is already 0. This action advance does nothing. Still does nothing. Now it does something. Yay! Time for more Mabayu. We're gonna be on 0. Oh no, this might be good. We're just gonna get a follow-up and another bonus turn, and also just kill the target. Nice. Okay, let's do this. Nope, this. Sorry, I could never. Just cancel the ults. What do you mean you can cancel ultimates? Easy. Actually easy. I'm still full HP, by the way. I'm still full HP somehow. I didn't even use a sustain. I'm still full HP at the end of the battle. Wow. The power of Mabayu. We could have got even faster this time if they actually just attack Madoka. Shmoop. There we go. Come on, do some attacks. We don't need it on her though. Yeah. Give it to Homo. They're just buffing, they're not even attacking. Come on, what are you doing? That didn't do anything. They haven't even touched me. They literally didn't even attack and now they're about to die. Okay, I need to do it immediately. We can't space this one out. Oh, they actually attacked us. That's another one. Bonk. Okay, don't use special right now because we're gonna get cut out. Now we got cut out and now we have to actually take this turn. And now we take ult. Because otherwise we waste the action advance from the ult. Another action advance, please. And we don't have the skill points now for Mabi, but it's okay. She doesn't need to use it every time. Actually, we still can do it now because of that. It's still not that important. Yeah, it's kind of busted. We don't do that, we do this. We're gonna have to do that a bunch more times after this because there's like a total of 4 battles before the next boss. Okay, skill point. Not that important. I would like more turns, please. More turns, please. More turns, please. This stage, by the way, Oriko would be really good here. I'm gonna say it out loud. Oriko would actually be really good here because she's an AoE wonder. Okay, that was 37. We have 38 and 39, which both are going to be basically the same as what I just did. Just a little bit harder, but not by much, really. Well, I'm not even reading what the enemies are actually doing because they have like special mechanics as I'm seeing, but I don't think it matters that much. Okay, give Madoka her special. Come on, not that one. Wrong target. Come on, guys. Okay, almost one more. Okay, we got it, but someone died. Never mind. Okay, who's the one who just gets the next turn? This one. I don't think we can stop that. I think that guy is gonna get the turn, and that might screw us over. Oh, never mind. We just screw him over. Get fucked. Never mind. That was a different guy. Yeah, that was a different guy. Whatever. Okay, we don't take that special. That is not a good special. We have to break the shield immediately because this shield I think makes it harder to break or to increase the break bonus. Also, do we have cutaway still? I didn't actually check. We do have cutaway. Okay, never mind. Dude, this is going easier than expected. This is way too easy. We need more skill points. You got a bonus turn? That's a bonus turn. Jesus. 19 AV, it's good enough. They managed to get out of break, but I mean, if they do, it's like they've got nothing left. Yeah, yeah, they're gonna get out of break here. That guy isn't. You are that guy.
よく狙ってこの調子で私だって
Okay, please don't kill anyone. Actually, doesn't matter if you do.
私が
That was all they did. Really?
邪魔者は逃がさない
That was basically nothing.
今がチャンスねあまり舐めないでくださいね
Fuck it.
こんな手も
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
まだまだやれますよく狙って
Hey everyone, hey Teen Sweets, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. We're currently absolutely dunking on the enemy without sustain, because who needs sustain when you have bio...
お願い続けていくわ行くわ悪くないかも邪魔者は逃がさない
Okay, there we go. Jesus.
今がチャンスね避けられないわよここで決めるわよ
He's gonna come out of break. Come on. Why are you refuse to die?
まサクッとやっちゃいますよいしょ
Not just wasting time at this point.
まだまだよく狙って
You only have 28,000 gems. That's about as much as I have. You're saying for Nagi-san, I'm not sure how to give
お茶に
more.
しましょう
Just keep playing the game. That's basically it. Like there's not really any point in a gacha game to try and get gems really fast, because the only way to do that is to pay money. So basically, if you want to have more gems, either you pay money or you just wait, and you're just gonna get more, and it's
避
fine.
けられないわよ私がよく狙って
Okay, at least it's the last stage before the boss.
ないかも私だって悪くないかも私だって私が相手
Ouch. That's not good. Yeah. Oh, they actually hit the stun for once?
全然余裕です
I think I'm dead here, actually. I think we need cutout just to get any turn. Yeah, I think we actually lose here. That noise? Jesus.
どうして
How did that do no damage?
悪くない
Okay, so the thing is, she was stunned, of course, which means you wouldn't get a turn. But because she had cutout, she was stunned for a turn, immediately got cutout, and then, of course, gets a turn.
私だって続けていく
And now we actually have a chance, although we need to break the guy in the middle. They're kind of far away from getting broken, by the way.
邪魔者は排除する行きます私が相手をするそこ今がチャンスね
Okay, that's another one. You're next. Okay, I need to break this guy before he gets a turn, which I think we can just barely do. Yeah, we don't need to do this. Good, that's one down.
排除する逃がさない
I think I actually fucked up cutaway. No, I don't have cutaway. What am I saying?
私が相手をする逃がさ
Okay, we did that. Good.
続けていくわ
Sunquest Tower isn't as hard as other switch in previous tower phase. I assume it's gonna come down to the team, but we'll see. We'll see.
邪魔者は排除する逃がさないピッチはチャンス
We don't have the skill points to do that.
次こそはよく狙って悪くないかも私だって
Okay, bonus turn.
続けていくわ
Good, we got this.
邪魔者は排除する逃がさない
Okay, we don't do Mother Code yet.
行く
I think I messed that one up. Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter that much.
排除する
Okay, another bonus turn here.
今がチャンス
Oh, they have a really high break ceiling.
いやサクッとやっちゃいましょう
She's gonna get a turn, don't worry about it.
ありますいい判断ね
The enemies there are so tanky that my Pluvia unlock DPS. Interesting.
行きますよ任 けません。よく狙って。
Good kid, you don't have a bank account. That's good because it means you don't have to worry about accidentally spending a shit ton of money.
悪くないかも。私だって。
続けていくわ。邪魔者は排除する。
そこ。
I should have made sure to have a
今がチャンス
skill
ね。
point for that.
私が相手をする。
Oh shit, here we go.
逃がさない。
It's about to get dangerous for these guys.
私が相手をする。逃がさない。
We're not going to be able to kill them, but we can put them really low so that even if they kill someone in return, they won't be able to do much afterwards.
逃がさない。
あまり舐めない。よいしょ。
That's at least the idea. I don't know if that's actually going to work.
お願い。
続け
Kill the middle one, please. Good. Perfect.
私が相手をする。
Bonus turn.
逃がさない。
Also, it just keeps happening. It just keeps happening. It's just we get so many bonus turns on this. The combo doesn't give a shit.
行くわ。邪魔者は排除する。
Is anyone Pluvia good?
戦わなきゃ。
Pluvia generally is the best breaker in the game. Might even be the best unit in the game generally. Pluvia.
避けられないわよ。この調子で。サクッとやっちゃいましょう。
Every skill points.
私が戦わなきゃ。
Only pay for $1 to $3 offers. It's good.
私が相手をする。
Don't spend too much money.
行きます。
邪魔者は排除。
そこ。今がチャンスで避けられないわよ。
Okay, now we got this.
ここで決めるわよ。あまり舐めないでくださいね。こんな手もあります。
いい判断ね。
行きますよ。
続けていくわ。
Okay. And now we just win.
この調子や。お願い。私が戦わなきゃ。
That's a lot of break bonus.
よく狙って。絶好調よ。いや。
続けていくわ。
Okay, okay. We got it.
勝ちましたね。
So I have a feeling this boss is not going to work without a sustain. So here's what we're going to do. Bonk bonk. You take some stuff. You take this one.
の方が得意だけどね。
You also take... Wait, no, you don't take that. You... I guess no one else needs it. So upset trying to get Mabi and got A6 Felicia. A5, you mean? A5 Felicia is really good? I mean, I guess if you really wanted Mabi, then of course Felicia is not that much solace, but Felicia is still really good. I have an A4 Felicia, she's kind of great. So it's not that bad. Could be worse.
トリコの命令なら喜んで。
Dupes past A5. Oh, that's what you mean. My Homura is A7, by the way. Maybe even A8. Like, she's kind of... I got so many...
私が戦わなきゃ。私ですか。
By the way, can I... increase levels? Why is this not going? Why aren't you doing it? There you go. I don't think we need Bayou as much. Do we really need Kitty Cup there? Or do we? This doesn't really do much. Oh no, we actually do need it.
私は彼女のために生まれ変わったんだ。
Perfect. Exactly 66,000. Ooh, that's a nice number. That was planned. I already heard what this boss does, but let's see how this team does against this. It's sandbox time, Zenobia. Zenobia, says it right there. Wondering so bad if you don't Pluvia.
最適解に
Yes,
導きます。
really good, yeah. If you have Pluvia though, it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, it's still really good to have, but not that important. Each time an ally is defeated, decreases damage taken down effect and breakage depletion rest, and increases attack. Speed increases each passing turn. So, you want to kill adds as fast as you can. Effect decreases based on, oh, how many debuffs I applied. I don't have a debuffer with me. I might have to swap a debuffer in. What damage? Just more damage. Damage increases while barrier active. Applies barrier. Increases all damage dealt. Removes other debuffs and ailments. Awesome. When self not afflicted with debuff, decreases. Okay. Barrier active increases breakage. So they kind of want you to remove barriers and apply debuffs. That's what they want. But can we brute force it by just being really strong? Let's figure it out. So this team does not really counter their abilities at all, but we're strong. So let's see what that does. Ooh, oh, if we just had 1% more MP generation, that would have been it for Maravka. But it's okay because we got it now. I'm gonna wait to get another follow-up attack. Oh yeah, we don't need to debuff them at all. Like they die really fucking fast. Okay, we're low on skill points now. Additional turn. Bonk. Okay, now we wait for the next ads. There they are. We can instantly use a special on this. Yeah, immediately. Oh no. So we can immediately have another. Do we need another bio on Pluvia? Maybe? Tried pulling on Homura, never got her on a banner, only off raid ups. I think I got one Homura off of the actual Homura raid up banner that was at the beginning of the game. Aside from that, every single Homura I got was on raid, was like spooks. I think we're actually fine with doing that. I think we don't need to worry about Pluvia. Right? Ooh, I kinda still should do it. Just to make sure. Okay, I'm not gonna care too much about my barrier right now. Okay, here comes the magic. Okay, good thing I did the Mabuya double turn because it would have been short on MP. Are they... do they die fast? Oh, they die decently fast, I guess. The boss gets a turn here in a second. Should we give it to Homer? No. It's not that important. Just on how these new layers, they're decently hard. The thing is, it's hard to tell with my team because my team is really fucking good. So I can't really compare it too much compared to what other layers, just because I'm that busted. I think it's good to do this, even though we don't have skill points. This boss is at least something rather different. Like this boss acts very different than all the other bosses we've fought so far. Nice. Bonus turn. Prue is gonna get a turn, but she doesn't need to use special. Like this boss is focused on you actually killing ads. You actually have a boss that you need to kill ads on. Because the boss is basically invulnerable until you kill a certain number of ads. Okay, now you see this number next to the boss? That's the amount of stacks of damage reduction and break gauge reduction the boss has, and it goes down by each time you kill an ad. So now it only has 4 stacks left, and by now I think we can actually deal somewhat of a little bit of break damage and just general damage as well. Okay, next round. After this, the boss is basically a normal boss anymore and just dies the normal way. Ouch. We really need skill points on Pluvia in a second. Okay, Pluvia's about to go crazy. Oriko stonks. Oriko absolutely stonks actually. Like, unironically, Oriko stonks for this. So who's his favorite boss? It's so annoying with all shields. Good thing she doesn't use shields in this one. Only barriers. Which is not as bad as shields. So yeah, this is a different type of boss basically. Like, this is not the regular sandbox switch. I think we need shields. We can get a... Oh, if we don't use shields here, we can get a... improvement. Okay, do this. They just need a cool mechanic. The developers know how to actually make good mechanics. Should I use this? How far behind are we? 20? We don't need to do it immediately because we are actually getting double Pluvia here. But double Pluvia means we're getting the bonus. Okay, no, we actually are doing it. Okay, we can do this. It's now getting a bunch of MP already for the next one. And she's still getting action advances now. Nice. Can we wait? No. I don't want to wait with this. Or can we? Fuck, are we waiting? Now we should be able to get another... No, wait, it's not next turn yet. Now it's the next turn. Now we can get another follow-up. Slow them? Good. I would like a bonus turn, please. Oh, it's not 300%. My barrier sucks, but we should be able to blast through it quite quickly, but we need to get a improvement here. An action advance, good. This boss is actually interesting and like fun, and like it has different shit going on. Like, this is kind of cool. Like, I'm actually having to worry about what I'm doing in a completely different way than usual. Okay, bonus turn, nice. By the way, once these ads die, I think the boss is completely out of steam. Wait, no. No, don't do that yet. We don't need to worry about that. Okay, okay, we have cutout. Do this. These ads are tanky as fuck, by the way. Like, holy shit, these guys are tanky. We need to re-stun after this? Really? Oh god. To be fair, they do take a lot more damage if we debuff them, because they have a special mechanic where they take more damage when they're debuffed. Yeah. So the thing is, if we had someone who has debuffs, we would be doing a shit ton more damage. Cut out. Oriko Rencon would be insane. Yes, Oriko Rencon would actually be kind of busted here. Now we do it. We should be able to get the guy on the outside. Does Felicia give debuffs? Yep, the enemy does. Felicia does give multiple debuffs. I kind of want a barrier back.
オリコの言った通りだ。速攻で型をつけよう。
Do we have cutout, by the way? I didn't even check. We don't have cutout. We're getting a special anyway.
逃がさない
Okay, full blast into that guy?
行くわ
Good.
私が相手をする
I can't stop this guy from coming back.
あまり舐めないでくださいね
She does, but the reapplication on Ren means you bleed the boss and get free debuffs and close it adds. Yep, that's also true actually.
こんな手もあります
Almost got a break on this, but not quite. Oof. Okay, cut out.
悪くないかも私だって
Good. Is this guy dead?
続けていくわ
Just 2 left. We're almost there. We can sandbag. Okay.
お願い
And we get wrecked since these enemies are weak to void. That is true, but I think it's still worth it. Like, they're also not weak to forest, and you can see that my mummy is at least surviving. Like, my mummy is taking about as much damage as an N would, but she's surviving. Like, she's not healthy, but she's fine.
ここで決めるわよ続けていくわ
Okay, the boss's barrier is also gone.
行くわ
I think the boss also gains bonuses from having barrier.
邪魔者は排除するそこサクッとやっちゃいましょうこんな手もあります
I hope that times correctly. I'm not sure.
いい判断
オリコの言ったと速攻で型をつ
I think now the barrier, because the barrier is about to run out just because I haven't used it in a while, I think.
け逃げられ
So you just slow the enemy a bunch again. Yeah, they didn't do much. Barrier sucks, but could be worse.
まだ余裕があるわ
We're so low on skill points, Jesus Christ.
避けられないわよ
Could have used more, I don't know who would have even used more normal attacks instead.
行きますよ私が相手をする逃がさない
Okay, that guy's gone.
邪魔者は排除
This guy's almost broken. Does that at least get the barrier down? Nope. Fuck it.
行くわ邪魔者は排
Because
除
we
する
have maybe the chance of a surprise turn? No, maybe not.
そこ
Like if this did more break damage, I would have been able to do a surprise turn with Mami right now. From this. But it's not enough as you can see, even with if you use skill there.
この調子で
But this works. ATF Mabuyu is very skill efficient. Yep, you need Mabuyu A4 to get that skill efficiency up.
お願い
The boss is getting really fast at this point, by the way.
そうです絶好調よ避けられないわよ
We can start with Moemura and Mabuyu team. If you had all of them, like, all of my characters are buffers, like, I mean, Moemura, Mami, and Mabuyu, all 3 of them are buffers. Which means all 3 of them at A4 generate skill points on special. So once you actually have them at A4, they actually become a skill point factory.
言った通りだ
What's the difference between an ailment and a debuff? Debuff is tied to stats. Like if a stat goes down, that's a debuff. Like if attack goes down, if defense goes down, if damage taken goes down or whatever. Those are debuffs. Ailments do weird shit. Anything that does weird shit is an ailment. Like burn, poison, weaken, stun, wound, curse. Those are ailments.
あまり舐めないでくださいねこんな手もありますいい判断邪魔者は排除する行きますよ邪魔
Okay,
者
we don't need to
は排除する
immediately go ham. Because I think now we can just use normal attacks. Yeah, we don't need to worry now. Okay, the boss is gonna just fold now.
私が相手をする
I didn't refresh my barriers. Someone might die here because the boss is actually also somewhat strong. That said, we're doing a lot of break damage now.
お願い
And the boss is debuff now.
逃げられない
絶好調よ避けられないわよ
Okay, no, we should be fine. Even if Mommy dies, by the way, she's got her buffs out, so it's okay.
ここで決めるわよ
Yeah, even if Mommy dies now, it's totally fine. She got her buffs out.
あまり舐めない
いいところを見せなきゃね
We don't need to bury again because the boss just gets broken now.
私だって
And that should be it, right? I think the boss just dies now.
お願い集中して行きますよ。あら余裕があるわ。
Boss is still fresh.
私が相手をする。逃がさない。
Oh yeah, boss just dies now. Cool. So we did not meet to make a specific team against this, but I say specific team, we still have the correct elements, right? Like this is still basically a correct team because it has the correct elements.
そこ。
The boss is broken for like 400 AV at the start. What the fuck?
こんなでもありません。
They really want to make sure that once the boss gets broken, it just dies. Like 400 AV or something. As if the boss is gonna survive that.
集中して。
The boss doesn't even have that much HP. And it goes up to 800%. Jesus Christ.
ここで決めるわよ。サクッとやっちゃいましょう。
By the way, Homura has cutout, I think? Yeah, cutaway. We cannot give her a second cutaway. Sadly, it doesn't stack. But we could give it to other characters, of course. Just for fun. We could do it. But there's no point.
よいしょ。
I mean, there is a point
続けていく。
if the other character, like even with normal attacks, does more than one Mabayu normal attack would do.
逃がさない。
But generally, it is not that important.
私が相手に。
Also generates more SP. If Mabayu is A4, it's actually really important for her to give cutaway every turn. But yeah, that's it.
時間が惜しいわ。早く行くわよ。
Nice. But yeah, this boss becomes a lot easier if you have group-wide debuffs, which, by the way, Felicia does. So here's, by the way, what I would do if I were to fight this boss again. First off, Mami, you can't stay here. You just die really hard if I don't babysit you.
協力するかは。
And I can at least use someone instead who uses debuffs. So for example, I would be doing this. Like this team, way better than what I just had. Way better. Yeah, I don't have the speed anymore. I don't have the damage buffs, but in fact, I actually still have damage buffs. Why do I still have damage buffs? Because she has damage buffs. Decreases target's defense. That's like a 42% damage up? 42% damage up from this, which is a lot, right? So you're doing that. I think it's only her own damage, but she has A2, which means on damage dealt to enemy increases target's damage taken by like 10%. So not only do you have 42% from defense, you have another 10%, which is multiplicative, by the way, multiplicative 10% from this. And in fact, it's even more than that, because you then have this increases aim and debuff effects applied by 30%. Let me see if I can do some maths. So it's 1 point. So let's say 1.1. So if you have no A2, if it's just a regular Felicia, then Felicia's special increases the damage of your team by 42%, because 30% damage of defense down is about 42% actual damage increase, because defense down is kind of overpowered up to a point. It has diminishing returns. So that's about 40%. Then, once you get her A2, with the 10% damage taken, that then becomes a grand total of about 56.2% damage increase. 56.2% damage increase on the enemy with A2. And then once you reach A4, I'm gonna have to do some special maths with this, so it's 1.3 times, actually no, it actually is 1. So it's 69%, right? No, it's not. It's actually just 30 times. It's actually 39%. So it's 1 over 1.39, which is 72%. It's about 72%. So 72% is actually 1.72 times, and then the other one also, hold up, the other one also gets increased by that. So you have the 0.1 times 1.3 is 0.130 times 0. 1 times 1.72. That's 94%. So this Felicia, when she hits the boss with special, increases the damage that my team does by about 94%, which is about as much as a Ren that isn't A4. So that's kind of cool. Don't sleep on that. Like, if I were to do the maths on how much damage increase I get from having Mami, it's probably also around 90%. So they're actually kind of similar. Like, debuffers and buffers are actually somewhat similar in the amount of actual damage increase they give you, right? Like, they actually gives you a similar amount of action of damage increase for the team, just in different ways. So the best way of increasing your damage is to have both a buffer and a debuffer. The main reason why I'm not running Felicia is because she just doesn't fit into my team generally. But Ren would fit into my team, but she's only A1. So sadly I can't use that because she kind of needs to be A2, because once she reaches A2 she doesn't have to worry about missing wounds, because before she's A2 she can miss wounds, and if she misses wounds you're missing out on so much momentum. So that's the main reason why. But if we get like let's say we get other debuffers that are even better than Den, for example, then you will see basically every single team have both a buffer and a debuffer for maximum efficiency. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. Also, can I increase this? I'm gonna do that. That actually helps me out in PvP. That actually helps out in PvP a lot. I don't think it's worth doing this though. The only difference is that debuffers buff you by weakening your enemy and buffers buff you by making you stronger. Exactly. For magic consistency, is it better to go for ailment rate over debuff rate? Like, is the wound more important? The wound is more important than the debuffs, because you kind of need to land the wound in order to be able to stack debuffs, so you definitely want to have the ailment rate. But of course, once you have A2, you don't need the ailment rate, and you could theoretically go for debuff rate. However, right now, basically every single boss in the game doesn't really have that much debuff resistance. I think it's only like one boss, I forgot which one. I think it's only like one boss that actually has debuff resistance. But apart from that boss, it might be Machibito. Like, no boss really has really high debuff resistance. But in the future, maybe. But yeah, so generally, if I were to fight this boss again, I'll be having a team like this. I'm not gonna sort out the portraits and the support kill queue right now, but it would be with these 5 characters, because it would be way better than the team with Mami that I just had. Because this Felicia gives me a similar amount of damage, and even though I don't have the 20% group-wide speed from Mami A2, what I do have is the ability to, well, on one hand, stun enemies, which is not gonna be that important actually. Like, people oversell how important the stun is, simply because the stun can miss and then it does nothing, but Felicia is still a really good character beside her stun, like despite her stun. But also, the enemies specifically have mechanics where they become weaker if they are debuffed, like specifically. All of the last 4 enemies that you saw, those last 4 enemies all had a passive where, if they are not debuffed, they take like no damage, which is what you saw. It took me 2 breaks to kill all the enemies because they took so little damage. But if I were to apply a debuff, their damage reduction disappears and they would just die really fucking hard. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that now because... Fuck it, I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do it. This is the last thing I wanted to do today, and then I'm gonna be done. But fuck, I'm gonna do it. That one's perfect. Okay, I think she needs speed. I don't think we care about applying the ailments. Really don't care about applying the ailments. Yeah, she just needs speed. What about Mabayu? Does Mabayu care? Yeah, we still want to have Mabayu. We still want that. If Felicia can hit surprisingly hard, absolutely. So we're gonna do a retry. Let's see what happens. I think nothing is going to be different at the beginning. At the beginning, it's going to be mostly the same. Especially because we actually need to... Oh, we don't need to use our battle skill to apply a debuff. Yeah, we don't need to use a battle skill to apply a debuff. We can apply a debuff with our A2, because our A2 applies a debuff on attacking. Like, on damage dealt. So we can actually apply a debuff to this guy just by attacking him. And now you can see... Where is it? Whoa, that's look weird. Why is it not? You can see on the icon up here that it has a debuff. Why does it not show in here? What? That's weird. Anyway, yeah, so it has a debuff now. So now it should take more damage, although we won't really notice because this guy takes a lot of damage anyway. Holy shit, he takes a lot of damage. He's not even broken and he's dying. What the fuck? What's Mabayu useful? Mabayu gives someone else 2 turns in a row. So as you can see right here, Madoka just took a turn. But now she's taking a second turn because she got buffed by Mabayu. That's kind of busted. Like being able to take 2 turns in a row is kind of busted. If you made a new account, could you use your 5-star starter be Momoko, Reina, Kaede, Mami, or Kyoko? Probably Mami, but Kaede would also be a good choice. Maybe Reina too. So it would probably be Mami, then Kaede, then Reina, and then I don't care about any of the other 2. It happens too soon. I'm too fast. Because I can. I deal the damage, by the way. Bonus turn? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the second turn this time. Area? Actually, do this one first. Might as well do something too. Want to see someone here with us? It would be fun, bro. I want to play games while I'm doing that and have it on my second monitor. Also, I'm not really that kind of guy who like reacts very much. Like I barely react at all, to be fair. You would not want to see me like react to stuff. Also, I said this at the beginning, but I'm not big enough to like where like really makes sense for like getting everyone together to like watch it together, because I know that most people are gonna be watching together with other people or be doing other stuff. Like you need to have enough draw to actually draw people away from other streamers if you want to do something like that. And I don't have that. Okay, they all have debuffs. Everyone has debuffs now. It's okay. But if I get bigger, then at some point I probably would be doing stuff like streaming this shit. Like my final goal, like, I'm gonna be honest, my goal ultimately is to actually be big enough where I can do whatever the fuck I want, because I don't want to be doing just Exedra forever. Like I love Exedra, I want to keep doing content for this game for however long this game lives. Like as long as this game is alive, I want to make content for this game. But at the same time, I don't want this to be the rest of my life, and I want to do other stuff as well. And at some point I'm going to be big enough where I can, hopefully, do whatever I want, and people are going to be there. Because if people are there, I'm going to be motivated, and I want to be motivated to do other stuff as well. Like my motivation is kind of dependent on actually having people around for that. So once I get big enough, then I would absolutely be doing stuff like watch-alongs to big stuff like that. But not right now. Like right now, it doesn't really matter. Not yet. Bonus turn. That was overkill. I think now we just take it slow. We don't even need to debuff or anything. Now we just... Because now we just wait for the next ad wave to spawn. Yeah, so sadly we didn't need to use that. At least we got rid of the barrier. Okay, now we apply this. Everyone is special. This wave is gonna spawn and immediately get dunked on. I think he's gonna use barrier, but we should use this first. Dunk on him. That was quite helpful. Because now they already have all debuffs, and the barrier doesn't protect them anymore from getting debuffs on them. I think we do this. Now, Madoka currently has cutout, so which means we can actually give 2 people cutaway. Usually other small games finish multiple small games to get people attention. That's not really how it works for the most part. Like, I need to make sure that the time I spent is spent well. And I think right now the best way I can spend my time is putting more effort into my Exedra content, because there's still a lot more to do with Exedra. But I do plan on playing Toho games, which, yes, is smaller games. I know that the next Toho game, by the way, is going to release in August, and I'm going to be streaming that. So once the next Toll games comes out, I'm gonna stream that, and that would actually be one of the, you know, a smaller game that I'm gonna stream.
続けていくわ
They're taking a lot more damage now.
来ますよ
The boss is getting really fast, sadly. The boss is getting a shit ton of speed now. Because we are slower now. I just stun this guy. That gives us 2 chances of doing it.
行くぞ
And I hit one of them. Okay, I think we have cut away, so be careful.
私が逃がさない
See, I'm gonna play tour games. Generally, I'm gonna do a lot more tour content as well, but
行くわ
right now there's not much point in doing tour content until I level up.
逃がさないサクッとやっちゃいましょう
Are we gonna be good? Yeah, no, we're gonna be fine.
いい判断ねこの調子で
Does that still count for a bonus turn? Never mind, we didn't even get there.
お願い
逃げられない
Ow. The barrier kind of is annoying, but
この調子でいくぞ
doesn't do that much of a difference. This guy's still stunned, this guy's stunned. They're all still stunned, so they're not actually getting out of break right now. None of them are getting out of break. But they are getting... They're also, the debuffs are also not wearing out. They're actually fine. We don't need to do anything in Felicia.
あまり舐めないでくださいね
More cutaways. But yeah, you can see that it's much easier. On one hand, I don't have to worry about someone dying, because Mami was close to death multiple times on the fight before, and now I don't need to worry too much about it. Now I'm just fine.
私だって続けていくわ
And look at how fucking fast these guys are dying. Like, I'm doing way better this time.
逃がさない
Here goes our second turn on Madoka. Gonna give me another bonus turn. Bonus, bonus, bonus. Amada barely needs to do anything. The guy just died.
私が相手をするそこ
Okay, get rid of the boss shield as well.
行くわ
Yep, boss shield gone.
私が
Some of which doesn't annoy, but the thing is when my ultimate Yachiyo turns out the motherfucker had a shield. Oh, that sucks. Hey, lesson learned. Lesson learned.
行くぞ
But you see that Felicia was... By the way, you guys saw how much better this went with Felicia instead. And we didn't even need to worry about stun. Like, yeah, stun was helpful, but Felicia's stun is not why this went so much better.
悪くないかも私だってこの調子私だって
It's maybe enough. Oh, it is, you can see.
逃げられない
You saw many content creators play one small game in the extra times to make another channel play small games. Maybe what's successful is what I suggested. I do actually have a different channel where I made tour content like a year ago. But that one's on hiatus until I have
この言った通りだ
done more Exedra stuff. I still have so many Exedra videos that I need to make. I don't know when I'm gonna get around to that.
あまり
Like, I really don't know when I'm gonna get around to all of that.
こんな手もあります
But yeah, you're right, Akron. You are generally right. The point is more so that right now I don't have much time, sadly.
卑怯だ悪くないかも悪くないかも私だって
How is that on a break?
お願い続けていくわ行くわ
So right now I'm investing the little time that I have into Exedra content, and once I feel like I've grown my Exedra content as much as I can, that's gonna be the point where I
やっちゃいましょう
branch out to other stuff.
こんな手もあります
Which, like I said, will most likely be tour content.
いい判断ね
But also other stuff. Like, I don't know.
調子で
Love to see how Oriko works here. My Oriko sucks, sadly, and I don't have the rainbow orbs to get her up to speed, but she would be really effective.
行くぞ俺クエズダント
オリコの言った通りだ
May as well do it
速
for
攻
the
で型をつけよ
stuff.
られない。
邪魔者は逃がさない。
Okay, bonk. Cutaway.
邪魔者は逃がさない。
Bonk.
サクッとやっちゃいましょう。こんな手もあります。
Everyone told me I should use Momoko, so I did as my Yachio support. Yes! Good, do that. I mean, on this boss, you definitely want to use Yachio as the main character because this boss is weak to Aqua. Like, you definitely shouldn't use Momoko on this boss because the boss is not weak to fire. But yeah, this was much easier than my first try around because I actually countered the enemy mechanics this time. So yeah, countering enemy mechanics turns out is really strong. Let me check, let me gloat, by the way, also about how I'm gonna be top 1. Oh my god, I'm so top 1. Oh my god. Anyway, I think that's about it for today. Here's the plan. I think we have more content again next week. So next week is... I got pinged in story, hold up. Script grip from portable. Oh, I see. Anyway, so I can want to show you something. I can't show you directly, but the news that we got a few weeks ago that showed everything's going to be happening in June showed us that mid-June, which is in a week from now, we're going to get some shit. And what we're going to get is we're going to get the Nei event. We're going to get the score attack for the Nei event and the Neis themselves. So since we're going to get a score attack, that of course means there's going to be another stream next week because score attack is kind of fucking difficult and definitely something I want to stream. So there's going to be another stream in just a week. Just a week away. Wow, Exedra, just a week away. So that's going to be the next stream. It's going to be... We're considering streaming for Exedra, but I got nervous about my bad English pronunciation, so I never did. Don't worry about it. You should just do what you think you want to do, and don't worry about it. How do you compare to Iroha? Reina is probably better than Iroha generally, but the thing about breakers is that it kind of depends on the element. Like, if you're fighting against an enemy that is weak to Aqua, of course you're going to be using Reina all the time. And if you're fighting against an enemy that's weak to Light, of course you're always going to be using Pluvia, because Pluvia is better than Iroha. But if you don't have Pluvia, for some reason, then you could use Iroha instead on light weak enemies. So that's probably what you want to do. That's basically, that's kind of how they compare. You want to wait to get gems because I have a feeling that Nagisa might come during summer break. We first would have to get Rebellion, and I feel like we're not going to get Rebellion that soon. We're going to get... So right now we're going to get more Mega Record. We're going to get more Scene Zero, which Nagisa might actually come from Scene Zero, but it wouldn't be normal Nagisa, it would be shiny Nagisa. Like there's a different Nagisa that is in Scene Zero that maybe we would get, which looks different and is different. And it's a different, like a different unit basically, a different Kyoku. Which would be fun if we got like shiny Nagisa before actual Nagisa, but could happen. But I think it's more important, I guess, to think about what else we're gonna get next, which, like I said, is Mega Record, it's Scene Zero, and it's Oriko. I think we're gonna get more Oriko characters because they already have a whole bunch of Oriko characters with like their life 2D. Like if you look at the Oriko story, they already have the models, the live 2D models for so many other characters. There's like 4 or 5 other Oriko Magica characters that are already in the story with their models. We're absolutely going to get them as well. So I think that's what's going to be happening next. I don't think Nagisa is going to happen until they like announce Rebellion, and I think Rebellion isn't going to happen that soonish, is my guess at least. You have a question, you're looking for the summer and you want to know what emulator to use on an iPhone 7 to play, etc. I don't know. If you're playing on an iPhone 7, can't you play Exedra normally? Of course, you need to have a VPN if you're not in one of these supported countries, but emulator, I don't think emulator helps you there. You should just be able to play the game itself, and if it's not available in your country, you need a VPN. Like, emulator is not going to help you. The game has more light and weak enemies. Right now, there's a lot of light weak enemies, by the way. Because they're releasing a lot of light type characters. Once they stop releasing light type characters and they release other characters, suddenly all of the score attack and tower and chaos mode and all main story stuff, suddenly they're not going to have light type weak enemies anymore because they're releasing enemies that are weak to whatever character is currently being released. That's what they've already done before, and it's what they're gonna continue doing. So let's say, for example, after the Nace, there's a character that's fire type or whatever, or aqua or whatever. Then the next chapter releases afterwards, or the next chaos mode, the next tower, whatever, anything that releases after that is suddenly gonna be weak to fire or aqua. So keep all of that in mind. That also is gonna change on a whim. You're leaving, so you need a VPN. Yeah, you need to definitely use a VPN, but yeah, not an emulator. I don't know about VPNs though. I only use a VPN on my PC, and I know that the one I used you can't use on mobile, I don't think. You'd have to look up it. You have to go to our Discord in the Exedra help channel and ask what VPN you could use on an iPhone, because I really don't know. You have Pluvia and Iroha. Use Iroha when you need to squeeze out an earlier break and squish your bosses. That's something you can do. And there's also something else you could do when you have Iroha. So if you have Iroha and you have Pluvia, you just do what I did. You just put Iroha as the support for Pluvia, because she's actually the best support for Pluvia. So she's actually still helpful. So that's good. I need to change these guys around again, because this is my main team. And I want to put my main team back in order. So that was Tsuruno here, right? Tsuruno. Itemyo! And then this here. This was fine. No, this is fine. Did she just say she's not the type to take walks? That's true. And this one was MP because it gets one cycle earlier. Noise. Okay. 67,000. Is that a new high score? Let me check. I don't think it is. It is a new high score. Oh my god, we got a new high score, 67,000. We're not that far from 70,000. The big distribution of support era is better than Luxmaica. I think it is. I'm not 100% certain, but it may be. But even if it isn't, her secondary effect is better anyway. Even though it doesn't matter that much, but still. I think she also has better stats. Like, Iroha definitely has better stats than Lux Madoka, so just stats-wise it already helps you. Also on the free Madoka for break efficiency. Break efficiency is not a stat in itself. Like, break effect isn't a thing. Like, break effect doesn't matter. Like, ignore break effect. Break effect doesn't exist as a stat. What matters is the fact that it says increased break gauge depletion. And even though it says increased break gauge depletion on both of them, I still think Iroha's is better, but not 100% certain. But you can see that the stats are like slightly better. But like +1. Like, the important part is that, yeah, no, Iroha's stats are better. It just looks weird because she has all 5 ascensions on Lux Madoka. But once this Iroha gets ascensions, or once I increase the magic level, which I'm not gonna do on Lux, we're definitely gonna get more stats from Iroha. What is Nightmare Rose Garden weak to? Yeah, it shouldn't matter that much because Nightmare Rose Garden is easy as fuck. Like, absolutely trivial. But it is indeed weak to... Oh shit, we're not gonna end stream just yet. I just remember what we want to do. It's weak to... We still need to do Chaos. We're not ending stream yet. We need to do Chaos. Weak to Light and Forest. Okay, we're doing Chaos because I think we can do the first Chaos battle now. But I think we do actually need to have music for this. Okay, I think I have a team for this already. Yeah, this is my Chaos team. Chaos. We need to kill Chaos. I think this might be better. Your star up here. Biggest business, break efficiency. Yeah. We don't have that though. Like the same type of stat, in a way. Okay, I think we're actually good. What about the other one? Was this other one better? Nope. Okay, so this is gonna get interesting. I'm 100% certain this team can win, but it's gonna be really fucking hard. I also think we need music for this. Let me check. Hardest content in the game. Yeah, we do need music for this. I think we go with Kaede.
こんな手もあります。絶好調よ。避けられないわよ。
Okay. Ouch.
痛いのは嫌だよね。仕切り直すわ。余裕があるうちに痛いのは嫌だよね。
They're pretty similar in difference to start with all short percentages. Yeah, I'm gonna start repair myself, by the way, since release. And I have my team is busted as fuck. I have a maxed out the Herder team with Eidolon 2 or Constellation 2 and most characters. Like, can't fucking beat me, man. Anyway, you like the break mechanism of this game? It's definitely better than Heaven Burns Red's break, because that system fucking sucks.
魔法少女の希望が近そこだね。今がチャンスね。あまり舐めないでくださいね。
I think we use it on this now.
こんな手もあります。
I think we should have used it on Pluvia first and then just hoped that we don't have to heal twice.
大丈夫かな。
What are we looking at? 13.
私だって絶好調よ。避けられないわよ。
We need to get... Wait, is Kaede even gonna get a turn?
ここで決めるわよ。悪くないかも。
Come on, Kaede, really? Okay.
ここまでな。
I think we need to give the first double to Pluvia and then just hope that Kaede doesn't have to heal twice.
こんな手もある。
And then we need to somehow actually specifically get a
チャンスね。避けられないわよ。
boss passive trigger just before our Kaede gets a double turn. Okay, that sucks.
痛いのは
I think we already lose if we have to heal like this. So I think now we're already dead.
私だって。
It's from Toho 19, the Zanmu theme. The Deviant's Unobstructed Light, Kingdom of Nothingness.
見せる。お願い。やっ。今がチャンス。やっ。ここで決めるわよ。サクッとやっちゃいましょう。
We can't get the passive just yet. Oh, this doesn't work at all. It's now Kaede gets the double. Kaede needs to be slower. Kaede needs to be slower.
所詮こんなもんです。
Did you see someone beat this with 3 A0 character, Reda, and A4 Pluvia? I did. This is basically the best strategy right now. Like, this is not the best strategy. The best strategy is to actually have a Reda and just keep re-rolling the fight until Reda somehow survives for a little bit. But I won't do it like this. She needs less speed. Like a lot less speed, actually. Okay.
こんな手もあります。それだけね、絶好調よ。避けられないわよ。
Okay, let's see. That's so many characters that can poison.
痛いのは嫌だよね。
I think if so many characters get... Actually, I should have healed Madoka because she's actually fucking dead now. She's actually dead now. Because of this. Takes double poison. I'm just pushing the boss way too far now. Yeah. Okay, so if this many people get poisoned like this, we can't actually do it. So we need to just not get poisoned like that, which, you know, is RNG. We need to just keep re-rolling until we have the RNG for this. Only 5-star above A3 is Edo at A4. I'm skipping this. The chaos is the kind of like the kind of content that you're not supposed to be immediately able to win against. And when I say immediately, I don't mean like it takes like a few tries. I mean like you might have to wait a few months to have a way better team. Okay, that's doable. First off, let me clear all of them and see how the passive works out. We're gonna do a whole bunch of damage on the boss. We're gonna do a whole bunch of ticks on the boss. We're at 7. Okay, so what's gonna happen? Kaede is gonna get the next turn regardless because of her speed up. We can't quite do it like this. Kaede always basically gets the next turn after this. Do we just give it to Madoka again and we just do the double Kaede later? I think we just do it later, yeah. Kaede needs to survive though. She's good. She's good, don't worry about it. Her turn comes after the boss turn. Which doesn't help us because everyone's gonna be poisoned. And I think the boss does Poison Explosion next? Let me check. Yeah, this doesn't line up at all. Dude, having to line up these turns fucking sucks because it's so hard to line these turns up. I think we just say fuck it and go ham. I still should have waited. We shouldn't get 2 of them. I think the boss does explosion now, I'm not entirely certain. It might actually just be the single, but the singles also kills. Yeah, I think we're dead. I think it's the explosion that happens now. Oh yeah, everyone's going to die right now. Yep. I think that Kaede needs to have more speed even. So... First off, you two swap. Dude, no one gives speed for Forest. This fucking sucks. The only one who gives Forest for speed is Mummy, but we can't need Mummy. We need to somehow get that to line up, and I don't know how yet. We need to somehow get Kaede another turn before the boss takes the other turn. Mabiyo actually dies now before she gets another turn. Does she? Is that good enough?
決めるわよ。サクッとやっちゃいましょう。
She's still not getting another turn before. Nah. Like, you can see that she still needs to actually wait for the next turn.
いきますよ。
I think Breaking Spirit Broken Moon, it's not as much a playlist as I have every single Tour song that exists. So yeah, I can have... Okay, where is it? Arranged disc? I think it's in the arranged disc. There it is. Yeah, and now this doesn't do anything for us. So now the idea is, can we now actually get another Kaide turn in? 26! Ooh, that's not good enough. Because now, look, if Kaide got a turn right now, she would be one skill point short, which we could probably like change some stuff around to have it happen, but she's just barely not getting it. 15! We're 3 off! Okay, okay. You guys win. You win, I lose. I'm gonna do the strap that is already well known. I think she actually needs defense. I think she's gonna fucking die otherwise. Let me give her this for even more defense. She kind of needs to not die. I don't know if the rest of the team works out, like if these all work, but I think we do this. Rhea's going to die, period. Let's see. Might have put her in the wrong spot, actually. We have to get lucky. One way or another, we have to get lucky anyway. Like, we have to roll the dice on RNG. Okay, she got poisoned, but that's not that bad. But there's a side. Yeah, I probably should have done that, but it's too late now. We need. She needs to have a special up, so we need to actually use that to get more. Ow. That said, if we heal her more often with Kaide, she gets more MP. So here's what you do with Reda. Is this why you pick Reda? Reda A2 has her special Get Rid of Ailments. And this is why this works. But as you saw, I had to make sure that I actually gave a whole bunch of defensive stuff to Reda, because otherwise she just dies. Like, if Reda isn't given defense and all kinds of crazy stuff to make her survive, she just dies. Need to be careful now because Reda is still low MP. We're getting closer and closer to the next one. Don't get hit again! Okay, good, we're good, we're good. Okay, we got it up. I don't think I need to heal just yet. Does that go before the boss or after the boss? After the boss, good. By the way, the reason why you still bring Kaida is because you still need more healing. Like, just Reira is not actually enough healing. And then we need to make sure to heal here. I want Standard AI Uasa, and I hate how long the Migrator Labyrinths are. It's because they're like 2 chapters in one. Like, if it wasn't this, they would have had 2 chapters instead of just 1. So they basically took 2 chapters and smushed them into 1. So you should actually be happy that they didn't spread it across 2 chapters instead, because that would have been way longer. I think we're fine. I just don't want to break the boss yet. But we're not close to breaking it right now anyway. Okay, we don't need to worry too much about healing now because we're breaking. I don't think we can kill the boss in a single break, by the way. We don't need to. I think? Actually, my boss aren't that bad. Yeah, we still don't need to. I don't know how the boss's break bonus goes. 300%, okay, so we don't need to worry too much for now. Sadly, Marukami is kind of slow, so she doesn't get a bonus turn here. Oh, we're gonna get another Marukami special out here. Maybe even a turn? Maybe not. I shouldn't have waited. I'm stupid. Fuck it, do it anyway. Bam bam. So yeah, Marukami actually kind of sucks against bosses that come out of break fast because she's kind of slow. So she kind of actually needs to... Like, she needs a lot of effort to get more than like 1 or 2 turns in a break. I think we're okay for now. I need to be careful now with the thing. Okay, that double hit almost got her. Jesus. We may be in trouble here. Yeah, we need to actually heal now, because Reira's gonna die from the poison. Yeah, that's a good thing that we worried about that. I think we're in trouble, because we're taking way too much poison on. Unless... When you tap Maruka's special, while animations are going, you can tap other special, even if they're shown on the MP bar. Yeah, it's because this is actually a really weird thing where it actually calculates the result of any action you take as soon as you tap it. So as soon as you tap it, everyone already has the MP, it just doesn't show visually. Dude, the boss getting 2 stacks every time now is way too fucking hard to deal with. Yeah, I don't think I can do this. Like, the boss getting 2 stacks is kind of insane. Or 3 stacks with this now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know how to do this actually. Even with Freda now. She's dead now. Do we have to kill in a single break? Could we have killed in a single break? Hello, Rebel Rampage. Or do we just go for 2 breaks? I think we might go for 2 breaks instead. Dude, the fact that the passive ramps up is insane. You know what? I think I'm gonna still take a break here because it's getting somewhat late and I still want to play the new patch of Zenless on Zero. Fucking yes! And also I want to get ready for actually like eating shit. Not shit, but you know. Now I'm definitely 100% certain that this can beat the boss. But it's gonna take a little bit more labbing to get the timing correct and everything. Like, Red actually needs a shit ton of MP. Maybe she even gives up on the defense here and gets more MP rate. Can't really put anything else there. Like, yeah, it's not really any point. Hey Mark, how's it going? So I don't think I can really make this work. I might have to... I don't think there's any reason in giving her more points, like upgrading her further than that. I don't know. The problem is, this team cannot kill the boss in a single break right now, or at least not like with this setup. But if you don't kill the boss in a single break, you have to go for 2 breaks, but I don't know how I can get to 2 breaks with this, because once the boss gets 2 stacks, I think why she ascends into crit rate, because everyone does. Like, all of them have the exact same upgrades, actually. So we need 2 breaks, but once the boss was breaking once, it gains stacks twice as fast, right? And once it gains stacks twice as fast, yeah, that is the MP one of high. Oh yeah, this one. Once the boss gains stacks twice as fast, I don't think I can like do it in time. Like, I don't think I can keep the team alive hard enough, because Hida just runs out of steam. Like, Hida runs out of steam, and then I die. Okay, I think I can do it. I just need to completely rethink how I actually play in the moment. But I think for now, I need to take a break. But don't worry guys, we'll be back in a week. Because in a week the next piece of content releases. We're gonna get more score attack. We can do score attack. Fuck yeah. Score attack. And I'm gonna stream score attack. Like I said, it's in exactly a week from now. Same day, same time, same channel in a week. So yeah. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I'm gonna be doing other stuff now. But yeah, thank you all for who came around. I'm gonna see you all guys in a week. Until then, bye bye.